The first scream came from the vineyards at dawn, sharp, human, and wrong, like the sound of a mind tearing itself apart. King Lycurgus stood at the edge of his fields, jaw clenched, fists shaking, watching vines twist across the hills like living veins. He called them weeds. He called their god a fraud, and he swore no foreign madness would infect his kingdom. Dionysus had arrived quietly, as he always did. No armies, no thunder, just music drifting through the valleys. Laughter in the streets. Wine poured a little too freely, women dancing with eyes bright as fire. To Lycurgus, order was everything. Stone walls, iron laws, clear lines between reason and chaos. This god blurred all of it. So Lycurgus chose defiance. He raised his axe and drove the revelers from the land. He shattered sacred vessels. He chained the god's followers and vowed to cleanse the hills of intoxication and joy alike. When Dionysus himself appeared, young, smiling, almost gentle, Lycurgus laughed in his face and called him nothing. That was the moment the air changed, the laughter faded, the wind stilled, and something unseen slipped inside the king's thoughts. At first, the madness whispered. Shadows seemed to move where they shouldn't. Vines crept closer to the palace walls each night. Lycurgus stopped sleeping. When he closed his eyes, he heard drums beating beneath his skull, slow, relentless, impossible to silence. Then the visions came. He saw enemies everywhere, in the trees, in the mirrors, in the faces of those he loved most. Dionysus didn't strike him down. He let Lycurgus unravel himself. One night, in a frenzy of terror and certainty, Lycurgus seized his axe again. He saw betrayal in the vines, monsters hiding in green flesh. He swung wildly, hacking at the living world around him, until screams cut through the haze. Only when the madness briefly lifted did he see what he had done. The vineyard was soaked in blood. The bodies at his feet were not monsters. They were his own kin, his own legacy destroyed by his own hand. Lycurgus fell to his knees, sobbing, clawing at the earth as vines wrapped around his wrists, not to bind him, but to remind him. Dionysus finally spoke, not with anger, not with triumph, only with truth. You rejected me because I represent what you fear most, the god said, the loss of control, the surrender to life. The madness never fully left Lycurgus. He wandered his ruined kingdom, a living warning etched into flesh and memory. A king who believed strength meant denial and learned too late that some forces cannot be conquered, only understood. Because the gods you deny don't always destroy you. Sometimes they simply let you destroy yourself. If this story moved you, leave a like, share it with someone who loves myth and mystery, subscribe for more timeless tales, and comment below with the next legend you want to hear.